with that being said, we have nothing on the board tonight because you guys decided the show. Now, I do have to apologize in advance. We had over 50 games that were suggested for tonight, and that's just not doable because we have to go to bed at some point. So, we are going to play 20 of those games. We promise that we will honor all of those games throughout the rest of the season. And if you donated tonight at the door and gave a donation and your game is not played, we will make sure that you get a free ticket to an upcoming improv show, one of the 3 shows we have left for this season. So thank you so much for your donations. Just in terms of logic and practicality, we can't play all those games, but thanks for suggesting them, and we'll try to get to as many as we can. Tonight's show, we have 2 very special guests, and I'm going to turn it over to Scott Strange for 2 seconds to do an introduction for who we have joining us this evening.
Good evening. So for the last 3 days, we've had Brer Rabbit and Johnny Five from the Flobots here with us, Jamie Laurie and Stephen Brackett. We brought them here because the premise to get them here was that we have been working with our 4 towns libraries for what's called the Community Read Project, and this year they're talking about and discussing. Come on in, have a seat. There's some left. And so what we did was we're working with our 4 libraries in our 4 towns to talk about diversity in America and what that means, and finding compassion and understanding for diversity in America. So we brought them here, but every time we bring them here, we work them harder than I think they work when they're home. So we said, you have to come to the Community Read Project night, which was Wednesday. Then Thursday, we're going to put you in our classrooms, all 4 blocks, all day, every day, both of you split up, so you can get to 8 classes. Then Thursday night, you have to perform at the art night, which they did. It was fantastic and wonderful. And then, oh, by the way, you're here on National Improv Day. So you have to come to the improv show, and you have to perform at the improv show. Well, that was Mike Castano saying to me a year ago, can you ask the Flobots if they'll do it? And when we asked them, they jumped at the chance. So they're here tonight. But you need to know a little bit about the Flobots and understand what they are and who they are and what they stand for. They're not just a band. They are activists as well, social activists for change and for the betterment of humanity and mankind around the world. They've traveled around the world. They've traveled all around the United States. But what they did through their music was they created a nonprofit called Flobots.org in the city of Denver, with a thing called Youth on Record, where they reach out to schools throughout the Denver area and inner city students to come to this nonprofit organization in downtown Denver to express themselves through music and art. So it's this opportunity for kids to grow, learn, understand, become part of their community, and to express themselves through the arts. So when they come here, that's why we have an art night when they come here. That's why we bring them to improv, because we just love to show off this school to the world, and the unbelievable talent that is embedded in every kid that walks through our district. It really is amazing and stunning, so we love to show that off. So they're trying to do the same thing that we do here at Timberlane in their schools in inner city Denver. Then they started something called No Enemies 8 years ago, where they go around to communities in crisis. They were in Ferguson, Missouri. They were in East St. Louis. They were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They've gone to Africa. They've gone to Europe. They've done, what they do is they go and they work with communities to help them understand and know who they are and what their identity is, again, through music and conversation, so that they bring people together to collaborate and understand and come to a common understanding of who they are and what they are. And we brought them here this week so that they could go into our classrooms and have those very same conversations with our students. So we trust our students, we love our students, we want our students to have the opportunity to have these kinds of conversations, to meet these kinds of people, regardless of where they are in their lives, regardless of what party they're with, regardless of what religion they are. They need to have the opportunity to have these conversations. So we brought these 2 men here to help us have that conversation. We are not a community in crisis. But what we want is for our students to understand and know who they are and what they are. And what better people to bring to our students than these 2 men who have dedicated their lives to that. Yes, they are a famous band. Yes, they have toured the world. Yes, they have had music on the radio. But that's only the smallest part of who they are and what they are. So we brought them here tonight. So they're going to perform in some of these improv games. They are more nervous about that than anything else. And then at the end, they're going to actually perform some of their music for us. They're going to do a 4-song set for us at the end of the night tonight. So you're sitting now, but I will guarantee you, by the end of the night, you will not be. You may even be up here dancing, if not dancing out there. We are so proud and so honored, and I cannot tell you how proud I am of our kids, because over the last 3 days, they have engaged with these two men on levels that are beyond understanding and imagination. Our kids are the best. I always say that. For all of the parents in the audience who know that I have a connection with our friends in Hawaii, there's a saying, "Aiki e ka'au mo'au," which means that the tree is as strong as the root, which means that our kids are awesome because you have made them so. Those leaves do not grow, do not flourish, do not become what they are without that strong root, without that strong tree. So this room here tonight is full of awesomeness, because add on to that, we have some of our teachers here tonight. The people who have worked with your sons and daughters over these years to guide them, help them, bring them, and help them to grow and develop. And then we bring two men like the men we have brought here tonight to help us to do that. So we cannot thank all of you enough. We can't thank our students enough for the embrace that you have given to our guests. We cannot thank our parents enough for what you have given us as clay to work with and to develop. It is an honor and a privilege, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am to be a part of this and to be a part of this night. It's National Improv Night. Come on, like, how can you not be happy about being a part of that? So, could I introduce for our junior and second? Thank you so much.
I'm going to share something?
I don't know.
No.
You're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out.
We're happy to be here.
Yeah. Right.
Big round of applause for the Flobots! He was kidding. He is saying something.
I am now saying something.
As am I.
What Scott was saying about the young people of this community is totally true, with the exception of the milkmen, because we don't want you all getting a big head. It really is amazing. It really is special. Being able to share time with your students who are unafraid to share their brilliance. And that's a really special thing. It's a really special thing. Some of the stuff that we're trying to do with Youth on Record is we're trying to create opportunities for our young people in the city of Denver to have that same kind of freedom. And it's amazing to see it in such abundance here. And every time that we come here, it's just kind of like visiting a place where you all have actually achieved some of the things that a lot of cities are trying to do. So just know that stuff is pretty awesome here. I don't know, how many of you were here the other night? On, was that Wednesday? I can't remember my life right now. Last night. How many people were here last night? It was amazing, right? It was incredible. And I think you're going to see just even more of that from the young folks here tonight. So we're honored to be here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for continuing to show up for your young folks. And get ready to see us embarrass ourselves doing some improv.
Building off of what, just very quickly, what Mr. Strange said, all your donations tonight are going directly towards the Flobots, two nonprofits for No Enemies and Youth on Record. So thank you for your donations. Those will be going to those two causes this evening. Who's ready to have some fun with improv? This evening, this individual is able to fight with tools. This is Ace Quirk. This next Milky thinks there's a war going on for your mind. Luke Sanchez. This next Milky loves running down the 300 hallway near the cafeteria and just yelling, "Mayday!" Ellie McCormick. next Milky is sick and tired of the same thing. Justin Nimmo. If you feel so inclined, this next Milky would want you to stand up. Maddie Takesian. This next Milky thinks that riding a bicycle without holding onto the handlebars is very dangerous. They always wear a helmet. They think that you need to also wear any padding so you don't crash into something. Bess Hughes. This next Milky loves to engage in some stage combat. Pat Proctor. This next Milky, sadly, has just never had it. Emily Query. This next Milky thinks that we are winning. Dane. This next Milky thinks that together we can rise. Ricky Johnson. This next Milky, as you can see behind us, has a whole lot of Gurch. Steve! And unfortunately this evening we cannot be joined by Eli. He is at a wedding. He assured us he is not getting married, but to send these waves through the cosmos to Eli, give it up for Eli Duck! We have a special guest for you this evening. Not only are the Flobots here, but National Improv Day. I can't do it alone. Normally I could be up here, I can MC these shows. I can't do this alone. So I got a special guest. Last year we had Izzy, a former Milky, return to help us out. This year I had to call on some special services. This person was in the Milkmen for 3 years. A very challenging task to do. Has to get in his sophomore year. He'll be helping me co-host this evening. A warm returning welcome to Mike Bailey.
Thank you, Mike. It's glad to be back. You know, just trying to relive the glory days. Kind of peaked in high school. But, you know, when I saw you tag me in that post, Mike Bailey, you know.
Went on the MySpace, put the
Oh,
post
yes.
up, got on the BlackBerry, sent it out. Mike Bailey joining us for this show.
Yeah, it's you know, Mike Bailey, Mike. You know, I figured that name, it holds a lot of weight in this group, you know? It's almost like, it's like a pattern or something that the mics are hosting the show.
So you would be drawing reference to, I'm assuming, a Mike that started this group 12 years ago, had a wheelbarrow around the football field,
Sounds familiar.
was selling milk, got in trouble by the principal at the time by having advertising in Wingdigs, and they thought they were bomb threats.
Oh, yes. Classic.
That person.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Who might that be, actually?
So you're saying the person, not even me, not even C, the person who started this group is here tonight. That's not possible. He lives 2 hours away. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's a Friday. There's no way we could be joined by the creator of the Milkmen, Mike Short!
He peaked in high school? You see nothing yet.
You have a hat on. I love how both of you just have hats on now that you don't go here anymore. So, it's National Improv Day. We all love improv. The reason why we wanted to be able to team with the Flobots is because what they do with music, we like to think we do with improv. And we've had 12 years of improv. Some of you might be new to this group. And we don't know, you know, Stefan was with us a few years ago. A lot's happened since then. And we're like, how can we let everyone know why National Improv Day, why improv is so important? So I put out the call. And Ace and Ellie decided they were going to share with us a little song to catch you all up to speed. We'll need your help. There are some lyric sheets that were passed out. If you have someone next to you and you want to look on, you will need to help us sing along with the chorus. So when Ellie points to you, that'll be your cue.
Thank you for attending, we hope you have fun. You will laugh before the night is done. Guaranteed. Got games galore and only one sophomore. Sit back and relax, but please no eating in the recital hall. Come on, we're gonna have a ball. The milkmen are coming. No need for bumming. It doesn't matter where you've been, 'cause laughter is the best medicine. Now hopefully you all want to know a little bit about us. So let's discuss. Way back when in 2008, there was this kid named Michael and his best friend named Mike. They liked to class so much, and their first game in clutch, improvising like double dutch. Then the Milkmen were born, and our t-shirts are worn, and our hearts are warm. I said the milkmen are coming, no need for bumming. It doesn't matter where you've been, 'cause laughter is the best medicine. There have been so many amazing and talented Milkmen since then, but the ink ran out in my pen. So, we're just going to have to name a few characters and moments from way back when. There was Tall Tim and Space and Gremlin when the Jones was a 10% Mama had to crisp. There was something about those buckets of self-proposal of whites and the interwebs. Then in our past Joe's and Moe's, Brian got up verses for Nona in a cottage cheese eating verses. The lady of the night and also the day, Jeff Sweeney's Titanic play by play. Grandma Snickerdoodle saga for saga. Remember when we used to sell milk at football games? Remember when that shellac was shillane? Or when Eli went blind and Cassandra forgot Justin's handle that he assigned? The best kid program was Leave the Embarky. A lot of it quirky. That rhymes baloney. Special guest Zamboni. There's lots of drama and a lot of fainting. Who stole the painting? Who the heck stole the painting? Who the heck stole the gosh darn painting? What's in the briefcase? I can read your poker face. Xander was kicked out and brought back
got stickers, posters, pins, and more, but that won't prepare you for our comedy galore.
Here he comes. Sorry about that.
Word, here we go. Move to the moon, we got 12 in the crew. Need a reason to show. I got a few. Improv where it's at will make you laugh all night. We are the Milkmen, repping the black and white. We raise money for groups in need, don't fall behind, take the lead. If we made people happy, now we did our deeds. In 6 Milkmen shows, we raised over 7 grand. This got adventure posted to the band. The practice every Friday, you'll get it sideways. Be amazed of all the K's we can raise, no delays. Not all about the money, or even being funny, making your day sunny, or having all those yummies. But having fun is a herd, so spread the word. Hope we got 2 new members, Horgan and Bird. To do a show a month, we ain't trying to be proto. Only a linky dinky intro, so you know the show down below. The place to go to, the Flobots in March, so the place better be rocking. Gonna have more Christmas stockings. Yeah. We have 7 seniors, but a blend of all ages. Old and young were great. Look at the Facebook page. Got a mockumentary in the making. Can't wait to show you. Yeah, we only got a preview. Small at first, then rose through the ranks, but we couldn't make the song without saying thanks. Started in 08 with Castano in short, but none of this would happen without your love and support. Word. I asked Ace and Ellie, I said, could you maybe write us maybe just 4 or so verses for an intro song? That started with what was on your sheets. This was the end result. Ace, Ellie, everyone in the Milkies, Justin who joined us on drums. Thank you so much, Steve. Now we're going to play some improv. Yeah! This game, since we're joining up with the Flobots, is called Tour Bus. It is going to feature Ace, Ellie, Justin, Luke, Bess, and Steve. I'm still mad at it. What's going to happen is we're going to set up some chairs here like a little bus, and Steve is going to be driving the bus. And
one at a time. Some people are going to be coming onto this bus, but these people have some weird quirks about them. We'd like to thank Sarah Hills for suggesting this game. Thank you. That's going to be played right now, called Tour Bus. Take it away, Steve.
Man, I hate these kids. Every day getting on these buses. What's the matter with ya? Can't you see I have other things to do? God, jeez, bro. Hello?
Hello.
Where you off to, sweetheart?
Oh, just school. Do you smell that?
What is that smell? Good Lord!
No idea.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Ugh.
It's like something died in here.
I know.
Can you open a window?
Have you ever cleaned this bus?
I mean, not since 1980, but good Lord, that was a while ago. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. Where you off to?
Shakespeare?
How pal?
So do you have any family in Shakespeare?
No.
So it's just you, huh?
Oh, by myself.
God. Do you want a woman in here? Yes.
Hey, you look like a fine gentleman. You only have one door on this bus, it seems. Have you ever been interested in buying more doors?
Well, this bus only has one door, so sure,
Well, I
honey.
think we can change
I
that.
don't think I've ever been on a bus that doesn't have a number of doors on it before.
Well, think about it. You got the corkscrew, crazy handle.
That's crazy,
I
handle.
wouldn't even want to touch one of those.
This one has the aglet.
Oh, squirrel! Oh, sorry. Hey, that one was with metal in it. Yeah, doorknob.
Oh
Got it
my
out.
gosh, what a beaut.
Hi, honey. Where you going?
Hey guys.
Hi, this can't. Oh. You alright? Can't help it. Yep, it's fine.
Are you sure you don't have any
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's fine. I'm good. It's, everything's good.
All right, our next game was actually suggested by my wonderful wife, Andrea. This game is called Fortune Teller. It's going to feature Luke, Justin, Maddie, and our special guest, Mike Bailey. Luke's going to leave the room for a moment. And Luke, if you do not know this, is a wonderful fortune teller. He can tell fortunes. So we're going to try to give him some clues or some puns to help him try to solve these future fortunes.
Are we getting chairs?
Yeah, cheers. That's why you're the tri-host with us. First out, it's going to be Justin. Justin, you want to know in the future if at an amusement park you're going to survive the roller coaster? That's you want to know what's going to happen. Maddie, you want to know if you play the lottery, if you're going to be able to hit it big. And Mr. Bailey, you want to know if your car that you just had reach 150,000 miles is going to make it, or if, it's about time to have to buy a new car because it just has too much wear and tear to it. We're going to have Luke come out. We'll have one fortune told at a time. If he guesses one correctly, the next person will come out to hear their fortune. We are ready.
Hello. Hello, I am the mistress of the night.
And
also the day.
That is correct. Now tell me, child, what ails you?
Well, I've had my ups and downs.
Oh. Yes?
I'm excited.
Oh,
yeah.
you're excited.
Yeah, I'm telling myself that.
Okay, so you are not ailed, you are emphasized. Oh,
So, you've had your ups and downs.
Yeah.
Do you fly a plane?
No, you can say my thoughts are untamed, but like.
Oh, untamed. I sure do love it when the bears get out of the cages.
There's gonna be bears?
Oh, I don't know.
There's gonna be bears.
The crystal ball only
That's not what
tells
it
us
said.
so
It said
much.
it's 58 inches high. That's all it said.
Oh, I see, child. Oh, you're excited for the big coaster, are you?
Nice.
Oh, already a new one. Come, sit down, child.
Hey,
Now tell me, what ails you?
I'm just hoping that I'm gonna make it big.
Make it big. Ooh, you have big career break coming up?
I just want to make sure I'm getting the right bang for my buck. You
Oh,
know?
the right bang for your buck. Do you
Yeah.
work at the market basket, more for your dollar?
Well, that's where this began.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I chose I'm playing all my cards right, all my numbers right, choosing the right numbers. You know?
Oh, okay, I see. So you are a card dealer in the market basket.
Well, not exactly.
Oh,
I'm hoping that if I scratch everything just the right way,
oh.
I'm gonna do something big.
I
I'm gonna,
see,
I'm gonna
child.
get there. You know?
Well, in my crystal ball, I look and see you are looking very glum because it appears you did not win the lottery. Oh, come in, child.
Did you smell me?
Oh, yes, child. Your tension
Sorry.
is very strong.
Oh,
Now tell me, child, what brings you trouble?
I'm a little worn out, I gotta
Oh,
say.
I see. Yes,
Having-
too much work?
Well, I hope it's gonna
Oh.
work, you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I still
okay,
got
I
some
see.
time left.
Oh, there is time left. You have a watch? No.
No.
No. I see. You are feeling worn out, you say.
No.
You do too much, not enough sleep, maybe?
Well, I'm sure I tried. I
it's
get a
okay.
good amount of sleep, you know. I don't
Yeah.
always sleep in my bed, you know. I'm on the road a lot. but-
Oh, on the road a lot. I
Yeah.
see. Are you the road runner, possibly?
I do love.
Oh, watch out, child!
Sorry, involved.
Yes, I know everything, child. I'm watching you. Now, child. Now, you are on the road, you say, feeling worn out. Are you on a bus, perchance, child?
Yeah, but it's not really me that's worn out. It's some of my equipment.
Oh, I see. You have very sad shoes.
My shoes are getting me around just fine. It's just
Okay.
other ways of getting around, man.
Oh, there is not enough rubber on your tire?
My tires are okay. They're a little worn down. You know?
Okay, yeah.
I'm just trying to get the whole thing around. You know.
Get the whole thing around,
Okay.
yes. Are you driving a vehicle, child?
Yeah. Now I have a vehicle. I'm just.
Are you driving a big school bus?
Yes! Driving a big school bus! You were right there with the tires, that his car was worn down and he didn't know if how much longer it would last. I'm going to take a break for a moment and get it handled while Mike introduces this next
Catch your
game.
breath, Mike. Catch your breath. I've got to give a big thanks to Kerry Query. I don't know how you knew, but Emotional Quadrants is one of our favorite games here at the Milkmen, so we're going to play it tonight with Steve and Emily. So, as the square indicates, this game's called Emotional Quadrants. What's going to happen is each square represents a different emotion. Whenever they're acting in this square, you'll be very happy. This square, terribly sad. In this square, you'll be angry and furious, and here, you'll be a little bit nervous. Sound good? Yeah. So, need a little help from the audience. These two.
I have a handle here, Mike, of someone, an issue in a grocery store.
Yeah, so what's an issue you might see in the grocery store?
The
The last melon.
There's so many. Yes, fighting over the last melon. I think that's a common issue we all face.
So the two of them are fighting over the last melon?
There's only one left.
All right, take it away with emotional quantum.
My melon. And you took it
I'm
from
sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset.
How could you do that?
I just really want to feed my family. See, Market Basket only pays me so much, so I can only afford one melon. And
There's
it's so
other
much-
fruits in the store.
I know.
We got grapes.
It's all right.
And apples.
Let me help you out. There's so many other fruits to choose from in this large sea of Market Basket.
So why would you take them? I just want a watermelon, woman. Come on.
I have to feed my family. I'm so sorry.
Oh, really? With what, grapes? I have a watermelon. I could, like, feed these whole people.
It's my watermelon. I got it first. It's my watermelon for my family.
You don't have to yell at me. Come on, man. It's just rude.
I got it in my cart. You stay 5 feet away from my cart at all times, all right? And then we won't have a problem if you get to stop yelling at me because I can't really take that right
Is that 5 feet? I counted it out. I think that's good enough, right? Better be.
I have an idea, okay?
What?
Why don't we share the melon? Just the two of us.
And scene! Hey, Mike. You did such a great job introducing that game. I'm going to let you introduce the next game.
The opportunity of a lifetime, thank you, and I'm so excited to introduce another one of the Milkmen's favorite games, recommended to us by Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones in the house? Love Ms. Jones.
Since you've been here, she is a wonderful, wonderful Latin teacher.
Oh, delightful. I would have made a quip in Latin, but I never took the class. So, this game is called Survivor. It involves Steve, Bess, Ricky, and Pat. Yeah. So how this game is played, they're going to do a scene 4 times. The caveat being, every time you finish a scene, you will all vote one of them off the island, so to speak. So what I need from you is to think about the most delightful route in all New Hampshire, Route 125. And think of a location where you want them to be surviving at. What do we got? We got red.
The Tractor Supply Store.
Okay.
We have 16 of those on one.
Mike, would you like to keep time or should I?
You can keep the time. I can do the votes after. Here we go. 45 seconds for the first part of Survivor.
And take it away.
Guys, I know we're stuck here, but all for food I could find is all these like dog treats, so I think we're gonna have to like ration off by slowly eating them one by one.
I'm not gonna have any of that. That stuff's for dogs. I eat real food. Hey, maybe we can break out of here by getting one of the big tractors and then bust through the door.
What about this tractor here?
Yo, yeah.
Watch this!
Oh, wait! You laugh without me.
Oh my goodness! You do realize you're gonna hurt someone by getting on the tractor.
I'm not gonna hurt anyone.
Which person would you like to vote off, meaning that the other Milkies, the other 3 remaining Milkies, will have to make up for their part? Would you like to see Ricky gone? Well, Steve. Dude, Pat. Bess. Timer's ready, Mike?
Oh,
Same scene, making up for Bess's lines. You don't need the timer, it's improv. Here we go.
It looks like we only have enough food for a few days. It's dog food. We're gonna have to ration it out. That stuff's for dogs. I ain't doing none of that. Hey, there's a tractor outside. Maybe go plow through the door.
Hey man!
Yeah.
You wanna get on this tractor with me? Let's go!
Wait. Can you see the people you're hurting with this?
I don't think I hurt anyone.
Let's see. Would you like to see Ricky off? Steve. Wow. Pat. Pat. Oh. What do you think, Ricky? It's Ricky! You get to choose. Making up for Bess and Ricky's parts. Take it away with part 3 of Survivor.
it doesn't look like we have much food left. We're gonna have to ration up this dog food. I ain't doing none of that. That's stuff for dogs.
Hey, there's a track outside. Let's go through the door. Ah, cool.
Hey, come on in. Okay. Oh, that looks terrible. You're gonna hurt someone.
I don't know what they're doing.
Would you like to vote off Steve? Would you like to vote off Pat? One more time. Steve! Pat! Alright. Steve is making up very, very short words of Pat. Here we go. Take it away. All the parts nice and slow for Survivor. Take it away, Steve.
Guys, we're left in here and we only have dog food. How can we eat dog food? That's so gross. I think there's a tractor out back. Let's go bust through the door. I'll come in. Come here. Wait. I'll come. You left without me. I don't know what they're doing here. God. Oh, wait. We're outside. Yay. Let's go.
Hey, Mr. Bailey. Hey. How about you introduce Tip of the Tongue?
Oh, tip of the tongue, you know, one of our favorite games here at the Milkmen. Now, this is a game for, who is this game for? This game is for Maddie, Pat, Kelly, and Bess.
Yes, it's Kelly Blah!
Get out of here, Kelly.
Oh, I have to go now.
Now, the way this game works is that Bess and Pat are going to be doing a scene in which they're speaking to each other, and when they forget a word and they have to think of the right word to complete the sentence, they'll call on either Kelly to call on them for the word that they're searching for on the very tip of their tongue. All right?
We're looking for a, Bess and Pat are siblings, and they just got into an argument. What did they get into an argument over? Money. You guys are in an argument because you think the other took the allowance that you were paid. All $4 of it. Take it away with Tip of the Tongue.
Joshua, I only have $1. What happened to my other $3 of my allowance?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Bess, because I was looking through my allowance and I only see $1 as well.
Well, it had to be one of us, and it's not me. I can assure you that it wasn't me because I wouldn't take it. That's just mean.
You know, I spent this whole weekend long and hard cleaning the
Tractor Supply.
the tractor supply. You know, Dad's tractor supply. I went through all of it, sweeping. You know, there was this broken door. The tractor went straight through. I had to clean it all up. And my $4 is not in my pocket right now.
That's a pretty good alibi you have there, Joshua. Gives you time to, I don't know, break into my room, steal 3 of my,
Helicopter.
3 of my helicopter, and then just fly away and take my money.
Well, I mean, that would be a low blow, stealing your helicopter.
I know, then why did you do it?
I think there's a perfect explanation for this. Remember last week when you went to the Pokemon competition? You know how much you spend your allowance every week on those Pokemon cards? I think when you went out, someone came in and took the allowance. It couldn't have been me. It's because you were at the Pokemon.
It couldn't have been me because I was at the Pokemon.
Fair
And
point.
I was away. How was I going to steal your, chartreuse? How was I going to steal your chartreuse? Your favorite chartreuse Pokemon card that I knew that you're saving up your allowance to buy. Why would I steal that from you, knowing how big Pokemon is in our family?
No, I think this is really bringing us together as family. We're realizing our bonds and what's really important to us. You know, maybe neither of us stole the allowance, and we should just be friends as siblings.
That's a very good idea. Phil? Phil, that's such a good idea.
applause for Kelly, who made a donation as a special guest. And for Vicky Grover. It's called Movie Director. It is featuring Steve, Dave, Ricky, Emily, and it was suggested by Sherry Allen. The way this game is going to work is Emily is a director. She's directing a film. These were the best 3 actors that she could find. And as she's directing this film, things don't go according to plan, so she has to interject and give some more direction, which is what a director would do. And I need a name of this film. Cereal. I'm assuming what you eat in the morning. The cereal. In this film, what, in a short little sentence, can someone give me the plot about what the film Cereal would be about? That's good. If you put the milk in first before eating it. So Steve is losing his friend group because he puts the milk in first, then the cereal, and his friends don't want to hang out with him. Take it away in this epic film called Cereal.
Guys, you're not going to believe this amazing revelation I just came up with. Check this out. You got the cereal bowl, right? Now, instead of putting the cereal in first, you put the milk in. Check this out, right? It's so cool. And then the cereal.
Hold on.
Is it too much?
Wait, who are you?
I'm Carl.
Oh, Carl, duh. All right, well, what? You remember? When did we meet you again?
Band class?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You mean band camp?
Whatever, man.
I'm sorry. So,
You like my idea?
What is wrong with you?
this is how it's meant to be done. You get your bowl.
Bowl.
You get your cereal.
Cereal.
So toss me the Lucky Charms. Like that, like so.
Like that. Like
And
so.
then you get your milk.
Milk?
Toss me the milk. And then you go.
Back up.
It's just as easy as that, man. What can't you get about
All right, cut. Whoa.
I thought I was really gonna space that.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Can I finish my milk?
No. Okay, you guys are just the conflict is happening way too fast. It's stressing me out. Why don't we just take it really slow, like really slow, like slow motion. Like all right, let's try this again.
Good idea.
Action.
I came up with the brilliant take your bowl, and the milk, pour it in, and then the cereal.
Too slow now. Like, I need a little bit more action. Why don't we make this a horror film, okay? All right. Action.
Guys! You're not gonna believe what I've done. You get the cereal bowl, then the milk. Not the milk! Then the cereal. Not the cereal! What are you doing? Revolution with the time Carl!
bad lawyer.
All right.
Come on.
Scat.
Come on.
Let's get Luke, Ace, and Ellie. Let's try this. Step 1.
Excuse me.
Can you do the scene as my vision was before?
Thank you so
Let
much
me-
for this opportunity.
Action.
Hey guys. Let me tell you all a little bit about something.
What's that?
That, my friend, is milk first.
Whoa!
What?
What? You're kidding me!
Wait for it.
I don't know.
Huh?
Whoa! Whoa! Sister!
How you guys like that?
No.
No! I think that calls for anarchy. Alright, cut.
The back half of that game was also donated and suggested by Miss Cruz. Thank you, Miss Cruz. We have another game that Mr. Bailey's going to introduce that's also going to feature Mr. Mike Short. Woo!
Now this game here is called Press Conference. Now the whole thing about this game is that, well, before I get to explaining, this game includes Pat, Dane, Ricky, Maddie, Bess, and Emily. Basically what's going to happen is Mike is a very famous person. He's done something quite promiscuous, perhaps. And he has some people to answer to.
Yes, at the beginning of the show, we got Mike is answering questions because he is in charge of the IT department. And all of the computers have kind of been not working, not functioning, nothing that we would ever experience here. And we're trying to figure out why this internet has gone slow, why none of the computers are typing or doing anything. So he's going to try to answer these questions as the head of the IT. Mr. Short! Go get him, Mr. Bailey.
City of Plastow. So good. Click, click. I thank you for taking me tonight. I've heard you've had a multitude of concerns, so I'm here to address each and every one. Let's start with you and the plaid. You relate.
Yes, hello. Do you think that this situation is ruining the connection between you and the school?
Well, I think connections can be difficult, and I've been listening to a lot of Dr. Phil, trying to work out how to better relate with pretty much everyone I know and be a little bit less abrasive. So those are my thoughts there.
Don't think that's going to help.
Yes.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, if you look around and notice we all have 2 hands. One is for mercy, one is for justice. So I will act accordingly. Do you have a hand down here? No, yes, sir. Do you have a press pass?
Yeah, right here,
Okay.
again.
Good.
Yeah, always discriminating in this place. All right, do you believe what people are saying, that you have shut down and have stopped doing your role?
Ooh, well, I think, there's a lot of technology in the building, lots of computers, lots of cell phones, and I'll say everything in this place is shutting down. So not just me, let's not cast stones at each other, brother. Yes.
Do you think if you go to the lab during your free period that anything that goes wrong, you'd be able to get kicked out for it?
Oh, well, I think, it's dangerous sometimes to do experiments in public spaces, but at the same time, that's how we get new things. We wouldn't have these incandescent light bulbs if it wasn't for experiments. So I say take risks.
We have time for one more question.
Oh, just one? Sure.
So you seem like an it kind of guy. So how do you plan on fixing this problem?
Well, I would say that, if we all look back to our youth, we've all had times where we did experiments that brought killer clowns into the universe and tried something well to bite off our brother's arms. So I think, to see me at a human level, and we can relate that way.
What would you say you were answering questions about, Mike?
I believe there was some experiment that went awry, maybe? Open up a portal of sorts?
Yes! Yes! You were the IT guy at a school.
That's close.
I like the way you were thinking about the clown.
They don't improvise much in Springfield, do they?
That game was requested over the face space by Will Taylor. Couldn't be here with us tonight. Big round of applause for Will Taylor! Making a stand-up career out in California. We have a game that was requested, and I just read what's on the sheets. This request was from Lauren Strange. She did pay for the game, and we want to make the customer happy for Ellie, Justin, the Flobots, and Mr. Strange!
I needed gas, but I needed this more. Thank you very much.
So the way this game is going to work is Jamie and Aaron, you're going to stand over here, and Ellie and Justin, you're going to stand over here. You guys do not need to do any talking. What's going to happen is you're going to be fine. It's going to be over. It's like a quick shot. It'll be over in a second. What's going to happen is you're going to be singing a ballad, and you guys are going to be listening to this ballad, and you're going to act out what he's singing about. The Flobots have shown up to our school, and they parked in a parking spot that belongs to Ellie and Justin, and they're getting in a fight over it because they don't know why this car is parked in their spot. You're going to sing this, a nice ballad, a nice song. They're going to act out the words. It's all going to be over in 90 seconds, buddy. Take it away.
Oh my God.
Ballad, you say? As the morning sun rises, we want no surprises as the sun is arcing. We wonder about parking. Where will you put your car? You can't go very far in our lot, and that spot is for someone else. Do you have a tag? Have you flagged your flag? Do we know who belongs in this space? Don't get in someone's face when they park their car. Here at Timber Lane, we are in the rain. Sometimes we are Spain because Mrs. Jones speaks Spanish.
A huge round of applause for Mr. Strange! Now, Mr. Strange said that you guys were going to get some work in tonight, so it would be fair if we put you on stage and you just didn't speak at all. That would be a waste of talent.
Okay.
So you're coming up here for this game before intermission. Before we do that in a second, at intermission, any donations you make, remember, are going to the Flobots and 2 nonprofits for No Enemies and Youth on Record. If you want, there is a package of things that comes along with those donations as incentives. Obviously, our show is very booked tonight. We cannot be here till midnight. But making donations, if you want this exclusive shirt, if you want to sit down, like my wife and I are going to do to watch the new Jordan Peele Twilight Zone, you're going to want to watch it in this. He does not endorse me. He doesn't know who I am. And I just do it because I'm a fan. That being said, get the shirt. It says, the Milkmen Zone. Reading upside down is very hard. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of comedy and cows, but of mind. Next stop, National Improv Day. What's so cool about this? This was designed by superfan Grace O'Connor. Donation will get you on a list to get this shirt. You can fill out a form for sizes. For $20 donation, you will get on a poster, a exclusive poster drawn by the one and only Emily Query that we will have out to you. And, this is not secret, for $25 donation, in your inbox on your computer to attend a super secret show that is not open to the public. If you are a collectionist and you feel you need to see every single Milkman show for some bizarre reason, that would get you in. But we have one final game now before intermission, and that is featuring Ace, Ellie, and the Flobots! The Flobots, if you could join us right over here. And I know you didn't want this news to drop.
Okay.
But I know you have a new album coming out. And someone in the audience was talking about it. What was the name of that new album you were talking about?
The Next Day.
The Next Day. That new album. And if you just, what you read on the old wikis, what was that Next Day in a sentence you saw that album about?
Well, it was all about their trip to the amusement park.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes, you're right.
The trip to the amusement park.
Well done.
This is true. We can confirm it's been leaked. And we have two big fans here, Ace and Ellie, who are pitching this album for you. And they're going to tell us some songs that are on it.
Yes.
They're going to kick it over to you to sing a little 30-second to a minute excerpt of that song so we can get hyped for it when it comes out in the near future. Take it away with this game of Greatest Hits.
Hey Ace, you know, I was just thinking about that album that's coming out soon. The Next Day.
Oh man.
I always think about the days, like tomorrow, today,
Yesterday.
oh my gosh. And I was thinking,
Monday.
I'm really excited yeah, for that new song on their album, Wednesday the Day. Oh my gosh.
Wednesday the Day.
Yeah.
Bringing it back from the past.
Yeah.
There's clips and clips from like old recordings from them and from like household items.
Yeah. Wednesday the Day. I'd really love to hear Wednesday the Day.
Of course, let's get that on, yeah.
Wednesday the day, huh? Wednesday the day, what? Wednesday the day, sing it. Wednesday the day, what? Wednesday the day, what? Wednesday the day, huh? Wednesday the day, Wednesday the day. I got clips and clips and clips and clips and clips and clips and clips. It's like Wednesday the day, whoa. Wednesday the day.
It's not who, it's not where, it's Wednesday the day. It's not who, it's not where, it's Wednesday the day.
Oh, Wednesday!
Yes.
That's fast. I can't wait.
Oh man, such
you
a
know,
good opener.
I heard that album also has some things about amusement parks.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you know, vacation, you can't wait for tomorrow, but you know, you gotta live in today, of course. But today you're doing things that you can't wait to do tomorrow, obviously.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like the amusement park.
Yeah, amusement park. Like tomorrow you might be going to Six Flags, but today you're at Canopy and you know you're just enjoying the fun. You're walking up to all the vendors saying, how do you do?
How do you do? I've had my ups and downs. I said, how do you do? I've had my ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I've had my ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I've had my ups and downs.
Had my ups and downs.
Can you see it in my crystal ball?
In my crystal
I've
ball.
had my ups and downs. Call that a callback.
Had my ups and downs.
Oh, my.
Had my
ups and downs.
Had my ups and
That's my favorite song to listen to while I'm on the roller coaster.
Always.
Ups and downs.
Always. It keeps the food right where it's supposed to be.
But you know, there's one more song I've been wanting to listen to
Ellie,
in that album.
I know exactly what song you're talking
Really?
about.
You do? Which
Yes.
one is it?
Don't even get me started. Okay, so obviously there's a new thing out. It's kind of a craze. So it's the new carnival amusement park snack. You know.
Yes. Oh, I
it's
know
a
all about
combination
it.
of the cotton candy,
The popcorn,
the popcorn,
the hot
the
dogs,
hot dogs.
all mixed up in one big bowl of bowl.
Man.
I really would love to hear the song One big bowl of gold. Crank that.
You gotta crank that like you're handy. Spin my world like some cotton candy. You gotta sniff it out like a ho-ho and put it in the buns like a dog. You gotta make a whole bowl full of fun. You gotta make a bowl for number one. You gotta make a bowl full of fun. Make a bowl 'cause I am your number one.
And we'd love to be joined by the Flobots for another game called Beastie Raps. Let's have a game for all the Milkies plus the Flobots in this game of a Beastie Raps. This was requested. The projector's still on. Thank you. This game was requested by Xander Terojan. And the way this game is going to work is I checked in with the audience before the show and I got some words that could rhyme. And so we're going to be rhyming a few of these words in a game called Beastie Raps. The way it's going to work is you're going to say a phrase, and you're going to say that phrase, and then the last word of that phrase you're going to leave out. And that's going to be some sort of rhyme. And all the other Milkies, like a Beastie Boy song, are going to jump in with that rhyme. So for example, if we start off with the word at, you might say, I played baseball with a bat. All right, if you're in the audience and you want to join in, if you think you know how to fill in the Mad Lib, we'll see how we can do it. We'll take it away with this game of Beastie Raps. The first word you'll be rhyming with will be A-T, at.
I do yoga on my
mat.
Yesterday I sat, today, wait, no.
Give me a
At.
or maybe a chat.
I hit Ellie with my bat.
Improv night is where it's at.
I could chill here all day, sitting my.
Let's move on from AT and go to OT. Words that rhyme with OT. Hot.
We're here with the Flow.
Milkmen sure will like the
I'm not cold, I am
hot. I went to Cambodia and saw Angkor.
I parked my car in the parking lot.
Oh, it's a double
Let's go.
Ricky, you got to shoot your
Let's go with words that rhyme with lake. That rhyme with lake.
If you don't show up, you will.
Late.
Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Oops, I made him a mistake. Flobots next day featuring tracks by
Drake. I'm doing this with the leaves with my
Break. Today's my birthday, I'm gonna eat some cake.
How long will this game
Take.
Oh, for heaven's
Sake.
We'll do one more. Words that rhyme with high.
3.14, that spells
Hi.
Bill.
I've got to go. I'm saying goodbye.
Bye.
And we'll end on that one. I will get some people from the audience while you introduce this
I'm very happy we've all been getting along tonight, but it doesn't mean there isn't some room for some friendly competition. So the next game, one of our all-time favorites, has been recommended by Carly White, and it's called Questions. Questions. So this is a team game. We're going to have Team Justin. That includes Brian, Xander, Pat, Austin, and D'Angelo.
Pat Healy.
Oh, are you doing this? Sorry, I thought they were all on stage. I haven't learned their name.
Keep going.
Well, we're going to have Team Justin with some mystery guests. Versus Team Ellie with more earnest mystery guests. What's going to happen is they'll stand face to face. They're going to do a scene, but instead of just doing lines, they're only going to ask questions. When somebody either repeats a question, makes a statement, takes too long to think, or makes a statement that's like less than 3 words, they get eliminated and replaced by somebody else on the team.
And we're going to be very strict about this, Mike. If you could stand here as special judge,
yes,
I want you to make sure enforce this correctly.
Stripes on.
If we were to forget all the people that were just game, who would be your first pick for your team, Justin?
Brian Lavoie.
Ooh. Ellie, how will you cancel out Brian Lavoie?
I would like to pick Meg Query.
Next pick.
Xander.
I'd like to take Emily Query.
Our next pick we got
Pat Healy.
We will match that with
Maggie McCormick.
How about a little Austin Townsend?
And I'll take Liz Carstensen while you're at it.
The team would be incomplete without Mr. D'Angelo.
Incomplete without Miss White.
Mike, this is fair officiating.
Yes, I'm on a good
Right
clean
down the
scene.
middle.
No PG-13 language. You can touch gloves if you want to. No, sing.
Have you seen my hamster?
Wait, is that him rolling across the floor right now?
Don't you know that my hamster does not look like that hamster?
How long have you had him?
Please don't.
Yo, did you see that fire truck?
Team Justin up 2.
What's a pretty girl like you doing in such an old abandoned factory?
Ellie, get it together. 3-0. This might be a clean sweep.
Oh, Mags, sister.
Some Mexican food?
Where are you at?
Why don't you want
It's only 3, my friend.
Austin, do you love me? How did I end up in this game again?
Are we gonna do this in public, honey?
Don't they know I'm awful at this game?
Are we gonna do this again?
Was it a repeat?
It's currently at a draw.
You get one final pick. You get one final pick as the last representative. Who are you going with, Justin?
Out of everyone on my team?
You can pick anyone or someone else as a mystery person.
Mystery, yes.
How about the 2 mics?
Come on, come on, come on! Girl power! Girl power!
group.
Why did you do such a poor job advertising it?
Did you know that art is its own advertisement?
Do you know that you're really not making it big until you sell out?
Do you know I love you like a son?
Do you know you are my son?
Can I have a hug?
Do you think that we could do this in the most awkward way possible?
Would it give me fulfillment?
Is that the sort of thing that fulfills you?
Didn't we talk about this last night?
How come you have more hair here than on your head?
Do you know it's just a matter of time, bucko?
Do you think I'd look good as a silver fox?
The last prisoner who did that to me is at the bottom of the Charles River.
Would you let me direct another play if I stopped asking questions?
Do you think I should be chivalrous because I'm the elder here?
Do you think we should get through the rest of this games list and just call it a draw?
I'm going to be chivalrous.
For the record books, I would like that to go down as a no contest and scratch it from the record books. I'd also like to congratulate Xander for asking a very creepy question. We're going to play another game. It's a repeat game. This one was suggested by John Hughes. It's called Emotional Quadrants. We don't really need to go over the rules because we've seen it once. This one features Bess and a donation maker, not for this game, but did make a donation, Laura Hills! Laura, we know the squares, we remember them?
Not really. Yeah.
Happy.
Happy, sad,
Angry, nervous.
angry, nervous, you got it. For this scene, we have, Bess is working, somewhere. Where is she working?
Build-A-Bear.
McDonald's. And Laura just had terrible customer service. What was wrong with her customer service? The fries were soggy, and you're coming to complain to Bess. Take it away.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's.
My fries were dripping with oil.
I am so sorry.
How much oil did you put in the fries?
Now, can you please not yell at me? It makes me so upset. I don't even control how much oil you have.
It says 1 tablespoon on the package.
I know, but can you stop? I'm so nervous. Here,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
just
sorry.
check the
oil. Laura, why would you even accuse me of this? Yeah. You want different fries? Go to Burger King. I bet they care more over there. I can give you directions if you. If you want to go to Burger King, maybe just walk right out the door. Well, I would have gone to Burger King if I knew my fries were going to be dripping with oil.
No, ma'am, I'll use paper towels to wipe off the fries.
You should.
Is that okay? Here we go. No, it's fine. I can get you. It's fine. No, here, different fries. No oil. Are you sure? Well, have a good day.
See! What's always fun about National Improv Day is last year Eli Duff played this game as his first ever game and made the Milkmen, and I heard someone whisper to someone in the audience, someone just said, "Future Milky." So give it up for Laura Hill.
Speaking of the Duffys, Mike, did you know Mara and Kyle Duffy actually picked the next game?
I did.
And it involves you.
It does involve me,
Mr.
but I'm sure
Justin.
a soundtrack I needed you.
Yeah, I was going to cue it up, but I was afraid it would ruin the scene, so take a moment. So, this game is one of our all-time favorites here at the Milkmen, and it's called Film Noir. It's a throwback to the old 1920s, maybe 1930s detective-style mysteries. Wrong generation. No one's fact-checking me tonight. So in any case, what's going to happen is there's going to be a mystery between these two. They'll work with each other and sometimes break to the audience to discuss their thought process as it's happening. Mike Castano, Mr. Castano, loves being a teacher, but he's not teaching this summer. He's trying to make some money on the side so that he can, fund all his trips to San Diego and whatnot. So Mr. C, when he's not doing plays and improv, is working on a triangle scheme, Ponzi scheme, whatever it is, to try to sell to students. Anyone know in the audience what kind of scheme Mr. Castano is trying to sell?
Beanie Baby future.
Yeah, he's trying to get the people to invest in the big Beanie Baby scheme. So when you hear the music, take it away.
All right, I'm in charge here. I had a feeling I knew what was going on here.
You ain't seen nothing, bucko.
I heard a little birdie told me that you were up to some fishy business here.
Little does he know that Beanie Babies are never made out of fish. They're actually made out of the cotton. The cotton that'll last for years and sell for nothing on eBay. If I can get these kids to invest in them, spend, what, $10, $20? Trick them to see that their future might maybe pay off a college tuition or something. That's the way I can make some money and fund those weddings I'm going to in San Diego. No, we don't make Beanie Babies with fish, but we got plenty of good ones you could choose from.
He thinks I'll fall for this. This is my 6th time coming here in the past 6 hours.
Hey, haven't I seen you before?
Yeah, I should look real familiar to you.
Jared? I knew his name was Justin. He has a brother named Jared. But I knew it would really grind his gears and get him out of my shop quicker if I called him by the wrong name. You're that person who had the long hair, right? It was a terrible haircut. And he knew it.
All right, let's leave me out of this. This is all about you. See what I got here? There's Beanie Babies all over the place in this office. There were at least 600 Beanie Babies just stored in that corner. I don't know how you couldn't think that I could find out. What's this?
Oh, that. That was my prized possession, Beanie Baby. I called that one the Justin Nimmo. You see, I thought if you sold Beanie Babies that looked like kids, they'd want to buy it to have a little doll of themselves, narcissism and whatnot. We'll see if he bites. Oh, that's nothing. That's just a doll I made.
This one's rather beautiful.
Yeah, there's a pair. It goes with the Ellie doll.
I don't want that one.
The jokes are only funny because we know sometimes they might be true. I'm just kidding, but some of the things were. We have some more games for you. Party Quirks that Mike Bailey's going to introduce.
Yes, Party Quirks, one of our favorite games here at the Milkmen. Now this is going to be a game performed by... Who was it? It was, Maddie, Pat, Ace, and Dane. Oh. Now, this game, one of you lovely people will be the host. I'm not sure which one of these. Ace is the host. Now, now Ace will be hosting a party. Is there a theme to this party, Mike?
Oh, well, we got some interesting quirks for these individuals, so Ace is going to leave for the room for a second.
Oh, yes. Get out of here, you crazy kid.
Guests that are going to show up. This first guest, Mike, that shows up is going to be Dane. Dane is going to be an egg that's being fried. who is unprepared for her first day of class. So what's going to happen, Mike?
So basically what's going to happen is that Ace is going to be here getting ready for her party, and these fine people will show up one by one, and they will give an introduction to themselves, not quite giving away what they are, but giving hints towards what they will hopefully be guessed at by Ace. And they'll be giving puns, hints, word plays, things of the sort in order to, really home in on what their characters are for Ace to figure out. So
I couldn't have said it better. You two could go to the outside of the house, and Dane will be the first person to enter the party. And we got Ace ready to come in for the big party that's being thrown.
Ace, the party's begun.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to come. All right.
Ding dong!
Let me get that. Act natural, Ace. Hey, man. Come on. Oh. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
Do I not get a welcome hug?
What?
Oh my, back up, Jesus. Whew, man, what's going on here?
Okay, well, we got the punch over here.
Stop! Oh my God.
Ding dong!
Is it on here?
I want you to deal with...
Okay, yeah. Real?
Oh my gosh! How good to see you!
So good to see you too. I'm so ready for this party, all these exciting drinks and stuff that all you young folk do.
Yeah.
Well, right in.
Yeah, we got a lot of juices over here. Some seltzer.
Yeah, seltzer.
How's the firm?
Oh, it's doing so great, but I'm here to unwind, talk about the party.
I'm glad you have such a great taste.
Hey, do you have a computer? I really need to, I'm gonna start planning because I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time.
Running out of time for what?
I need to be doing something else right now because I have something to do tomorrow. Very important. It's a Monday. First Monday.
First Monday.
Nobody's gonna be focused. I'm not gonna know what to do. I'm 17. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, I know. High school's rough, man.
New cool thing?
What are we doing?
The sick new dance.
You are shocked to death.
Am I done? Man, I feel so scrambled.
I scrambled my
I feel like your cells are rearranging or something. How about you stand up with me? Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, like Danny fan.
Why do I feel so easy?
Alright, well,
Wait, does anyone know a single thing about curriculum? I don't even know what that means.
well, I mean, high school is tough, especially when you're like a teacher.
Nice.
Also, you.
Parties are a lot different than I remember them.
That's the truth. That's the truth. What do you remember about them?
Back in my days, before I got stuck with the kids and everything, I'd go partying all the time. But now the new crazes, it's just hard to keep up. That egg dance was pretty sick though. Save that for the next one.
I gotta tell you, I gotta agree with that. Okay.
What do you
Well,
think he is, Ace?
I think you're just like an old man who enjoys old things.
We want to thank our friend Joseph Takesian for suggesting that one. Thank you, Joseph. We have another fun game for you. This one was offered up by Meg Query. It's going to feature Emily, Ellie, and Luke, and it is called Marshmallows. Mrs. Short thinks this is the most dangerous game we play. Don't worry, she's a nurse. She'd know. The way this game is going to work is there are going to be some marshmallows put down right here. If they do what is called corpse, which means to laugh or to break character in their scene. They're going to have to put a marshmallow in their mouth, and they're going to have to keep it there, but try to continue with the serious nature of the scene. You are all taking care of the, what is the term? The
band uniforms?
The band uniforms, yes. You have a role doing that. And Ellie, you think that it would be a great idea to wear your band uniform all the time as a fashion statement. So Emily and Luke have to talk to you about how that's probably not the best look, and you should probably try to put it back and just wear it during the band shows. Take it away with this game of marshmallows, taking it as seriously as possible. Right.
Hey guys. I just really miss marching band.
Oh, no. Look at her.
I think.
No.
Whoa,
Ellen,
I
no,
think
no,
it might be a
listen.
really good
All right,
idea.
ready? Stop. Halt. Stop. Yep. No. Okay. You're like a dog. Fetch.
I kind of like it, you know. I miss marching band season.
No, I think it might be a good idea if we go take out the old uniforms. Just try them
What?
on again. For old times.
You're already wearing it.
It's like the second day of spring. Marching band isn't for seasons away.
Come on, you guys should put yours on. I'm really good at fitting them.
We already have our
Detail a 10. Yeah, put them on, folks.
Well, you can't do this to us.
Yes, I can.
You're not even the drum major.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Mr.
Well-
Clark's gonna be really upset with us when he finds out we were playing with uniforms out of season.
Right. Well, maybe it'll be okay. You know, I've got the keys. He gave me the keys.
Why? Why did he give you the keys?
Because he gave me the keys because he knows I'm very responsible. And that's why I have all the uniforms
Why did he
in
give
my
you
backyard.
responsible? You're the one playing the band.
Yeah, you're gonna steal the
You're
uniform.
making it to the band.
You have more to say.
You're one of this quartermaster.
No.
Whoa.
This is for people who respect band
Yeah,
and band
I love
clothing.
band.
And scene.
All right, we have one final game for you before we have the Flobots who are going to join us. This game is going to be played twice. The first version is going to be played with our shirt designer, Grace, and Pat, in a game we like to call Switch. So the way this game is going to work, thank you so much, very kind of you. Is going to work is Pat and Grace are going to do a scene. When I say switch, they're going to have to switch what they say. It can be anything else. They might have to switch a gesture. Grace is a teacher at a school, and Pat is a student. And Pat just broke some classroom rule. What rule did Pat just break? Wearing a hat. Pat in the hat. Pat's wearing a hat, and you have this big test that's going to have to happen, and Pat is not going to be allowed to take this test until that happens. Really rocking that cool dad look. Take it away with this game of Switch.
Are you guys ready for the
Switch that O. Switch.
Wow.
Well, why? Is something wrong?
Patrick, I think you're gonna have to remove your garment.
Switch.
You're gonna have to remove your cap.
Switch.
Your baseball hat.
Yo, this baseball hat has a long history. You know, it's not like this baseball hat means so much to me.
Switch.
This baseball hat, this guy just threw it to me, and wow, it's cool. No, I don't want to go taking off this hat for just some random teacher that says I have to.
Get lice from that.
Switch.
I think that's really unsanitary.
Switch.
That guy was probably really creepy.
Wow, I can't believe you said that. I mean, look at him. He looks so nice. He looks so fun. You know what? You're right.
We know the rules. We're going to play the same sort of game. It's called Switch. These two are these two are playing on a sports team. What team are they on?
Ultimate Frisbee.
And both of you, Frisbee team, both of you are vying to be the Frisbee captain. Like that holds much weight. Isn't that right, Kyle Duffy?
It's a club. Hey, it's a cool sport.
And you're going to see who is going to be the captain for the upcoming home game. Take it away with this game of Switch.
Oh! Ready to play some frizz?
You know it, boy.
Switch. Switch.
Let's do it! I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna go down and I'm gonna be the captain.
Switch.
You're gonna go down and I'm just gonna be here to support you.
Switch.
Ace, will you go to prom with me? I'm serious, baby.
That's a real question.
This is the real
The improv portion for this evening is over. We're going to now introduce to the stage the Flobots.
Scott Strange, will you go to prom with me? You too, see? Hello. By the way, this has been amazing. We've never ever teamed up with an improv crew like this. This is absolutely amazing. So can we give it up one more time?
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Audience check. Hello?
Hello? Sorry. I said hello. Welcome to the show. I'm kicking new rhymes that you already know. How do you do, too? Move like water, because that's the way we flow. On your mark, get set, get ready. Go! Marco. Polo. Marco. Polo. They say you only live once. YOLO! Again, with the old people. They say you only live once. YOLO! Marco. Polo. Marco. Polo. I can ride my bike with no horn. Careful now. Solo. Solo that no one can get underneath it. So elevated that no one can reach it. Tell me a story, I'll tell you a secret. Make me a promise, I promise to keep it. No beat, but I ain't stressing. Showing the people science lessons. I am a sleeping giant. Get in line to lift off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the show cause the preview's done. Try new languages, speak new tongues. We need new organs to breathe through. Lungs. Inhale, anybody can participate. Exhale, put it on the calendar and pick a date. Celebrate together with the confetti and ticker tape. Party don't stop till the horizontal figure eight. Roof's on fire, but nobody better litigate. I was on the mic and I moderated the debate. Party over here, party over there. Either way, rocking for the young and old plus middle age. But I don't want to go fast. Hey, I want to hit you like a thunderbolt clap today. So if you're feeling kind of vulnerable, that's okay. And if you're some kind of wonderful, well, that's just great. Any one of them is honorable. You have to say that as of late, I want to flow so indomitable, cash is clay. I want to flow so abominable that the glaciers refreeze and take from these seas. Rising tides, we make them recede. 3 feet to knee deep till we see the Maldive beaches, they can be free. While all these beings so blatantly breathe, the lobby screams no vacancy, leave. But it's always Jesus face that needs sleep. So how much more awake can we be? I said hello. And welcome to the show. I'm kicking new rhymes that you already know. Move like water, cause that's the way we flow. On your mark, get set, get ready, go! Thank you.
Yeah, let's just go into it. Y'all ready for the song?
Yeah!
So, of course, we're doing this in a slightly different format than we usually do. And we're really excited to try this with y'all, all right?
Yeah! This is a song about revolutions that happen inside us and transformations that we all can bring about. It used to be stupid to say revolution. We way overused it. Days of confusion. Looped it at rallies and felt a deep therapy. Put it on TV to sell a Jeep Cherokee. But invariably, secrets seek clarity. Seekers leak, people retweet like a parakeet. Used to be no sign of hope, now it's showtime. Compassion as fast as you can. Go time.
What are we running from? What are we running for? Hungry gun punishments or better metaphors? Burma to Tucson, the movement is medicine. Turn our potential into kinetic force. With courage, we set a course where freedom doesn't ring and roars. Follow the drinking gourds, guided by an inner north. We're not running to and from, we know what we're running for. We're not running to and from, we know what we're running for.
We keep it moving. Timberland, we got to make moves. Keep it moving. Timberland, we got to make moves. Come on, keep it moving. Clap your hands, we got to make moves. Keep it moving. Everybody, we got to make moves.
Sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. We run to the horizon line, not confuse the finish line. Call you witness ministers again, I get a witness time. Put these rhymes to finish time, to finish time, just get his mind become about refugee slaving and pen. It's out of mind if we don't dig it. Let's undermine it. We run from the dark and unbearable brightness into defiance where our sunshine and brightness.
The revolution has begun. Another youth that had to run. They were shooting at a gun. Never moved the plans were hung. Shards of glass were flung when women came and added on to what they said no one could ever do. I haven't done. And they inspired us from Babylon to Avalon. We saw that they were headed somewhere fast. We tried to drag along like a vagabond. So we battled on all over the map. It's not a sprint into the decathlon. Run, keep it moving. Come on now, we gotta make moves.
Make moves.
Milkmen, we got to keep it moving. Everybody, we got to make moves.
Make moves.
Last talk, come on, let's keep it moving. Everybody, we got to make moves.
Make moves.
Keep it moving. No, we got to make moves, huh?
If the sun will rise even one more time,
Say it.
so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time,
Come on.
so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. If the sun will rise even one more time, so will I, so will I. Okay, that was fascinating. That was interesting. It's one of the first times we performed that I couldn't feel the beat. I loved it. Okay, we're gonna keep on trying something a little new for us. We're from Denver, Colorado. And in talking with the students today, a lot of times we were talking about not just diversity, because diversity isn't like a thing about a quota, right? It's not like you get the right amount of people in a room and you've solved all the problems of the world, right? It's about being able to have a mindset where folks can be welcomed, where differences are celebrated, and we're able to look into our rooms and realize that none of our stories are the same, and we're able to like see how we're all valuable. And in the spirit of that, with the work that we do, there's always opportunities for growth and improvement, right? Well, thank goodness that's the case. And so for me, I spend a lot of time thinking about what I can do to be better and maybe places that I'm not showing up for folks. Denver has a kind of unique thing going on that is not good. Because we have two highways that crisscross the state, that kind of make a cross, Denver, Colorado is one of the hotbeds for human trafficking in the nation. It's been said that if a young person leaves their home and is on the streets for around 7 hours, it takes 7 hours before they're propositioned to be sold into slavery or prostitution. That's it. And with the work that we do, we work with a lot of young people who get rejected by their families because of like who they are, and, or just many different times in which our communities have failed to show up for our young people. So for me, as a black man whose ancestors were slaves, I have to look at the fact that slavery still exists in this country. And I would be doing my ancestors a great disservice if I didn't give as much as I possibly could to eradicating this horrible thing. So this song is a combination of several songs as I am wrestling with that responsibility and that duty. And if any of it sounds familiar, feel free, because I know it will. But this is kind of taking me through my journey of responsibility to power. There was a house in New Orleans. It's called the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a young child and me. Oh God, I'm one. You want to talk about them on top of the mountain, shouting the tears in the river are accounting for this downpour. The blood floods the gutter struggles where the blood reeks, and they couldn't find them where the shots and the slugs speak. Gun me in the street in broad daylight. King, what is wrong is now right, and the right is still wrong, and the land no longer silent. Keep on singing this song when the people think, never know when they can be strong. Don't know the names of these songs, but the make of these bonds is the same dang cable that could table as long. I'd be lying if I said my pride can never be wrong. That's why we wait in the water, but it's staining these clothes, cause the blood of the slaughters, it remains in our souls. So the tides of tomorrows we're replacing our hopes. The tides of tomorrows we're replacing our hopes. The tides of tomorrows we're replacing our hopes. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I shiver the whole night through. This is madness, selfish teams can't bench. Hoping is damaged or broken compassion. There's not enough rope in the van when the world is collapsing. Our mode of action, broadcast with the glass. All we can manage, donate with the plastic, strapped in the salad. Open the balance, emotions are validated. Stage on 4-3 aspect, another man down, another mother gone. Child drowned, another silent song. Solitude, another kind of strong. I love you, another strung along those missing in action. Another page is black and burned, turn ashes to ashes. Dust off the flags and the caskets. We will never fight another you, despite the laugh of love we knew. These lightning times are trouble. Who could count the strikes that punish through the bonds we thought would never break and never will and never fade and never change? But there's the rage of losing you to their mistakes. Amazing grace, how sweet the song that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
So, for this next song, you know, it's kind of awesome watching Justin drum. Justin, would you be willing to come accompany us on this song? This is a song that is about the tremendous power that we all have, even if we don't know it, or even if we forget to use it. And when we say power, we know that any skill we have, any power we have, there's a lot of ways we can use it. Even improv can be used for evil, right? So this is a song about our responsibility to make sure that we're careful about where we use our power, how we use our power, what we are building when we choose to use our power. And yeah, you're more than welcome to sing along. If you do know, I hope you'll join me here. It'll make it a lot more fun. Ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous rapper, people when the past involves fluidity. I can show you how to do-si-do, I can show you how to scratch a record. I can take apart the remote control, and I can almost put it back together. I can tie knot in a cherry dip, I can tell you about Lee Derrickson. I know all the words from Dave Maloney, and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friends are platypus, me and my friend made a comic book. And guess how long it took? I can't do anything that I want, cause look, I can keep rhythm with no metronome. No metronome, no metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, just call and say it's good to be alive in such a small world. I'm all curled up with a book to read. I can make money open up a thrift store. I can make a living off a magazine. I can design an engine 64 miles per gallon of gasoline. I can make new antibiotics. I can make computers survive aquatic conditions. I know how to run the business. I can make you want to buy a product. Movers, shakers, and producers. Think of my friends understand the future. I see the strength to control the system. I can do anything but know the difference. Cause I've been leading nature with the microphone. With the microphone. With the microphone. And I can flip the atoms of a molecule. Of a molecule. Of a molecule. Get a blessing. Together we rise, 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 together we rise. Look at me, isolation. I don't wanna play my fascination. I don't make anybody go to prison just because I don't like it. And I can do whatever with all permission. I have it all in the right name because I can shine with a box satellite, box satellite, box satellite. And I can hear it come through a telescope, through a telescope, through a telescope. And I can hear the current in a holocaust, 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 in a holocaust. With no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. We can rock a song with no rehearsal. Okay, so let's see. For one of the last things, it's one thing to have performances, and it's one thing to be on stage. It's another thing for like a community to be able to come together and support each other. And we think that one of the best ways for that to happen is singing. So we're gonna have all the milkmen back on stage, please.
Yeah, we're putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you don't even know what this game is. Well, maybe some of you do. And let's see. And if people are feeling particularly bold, any of the folks who were also on stage earlier, why don't you come on down? Those people who are paid for some of the endowments. Scott Strange, I'm not looking at you, but I know you're going to get up here. Fantastic. Great. Come on down. Okay, so this is going to require a special agreement from the audience, all right? Whatever people are singing on stage, will you all please try to sing with them? Is that all right? That was such a tepid agreement, all right? Let's try it again. Are you all down to sing with whatever is being sung on stage? Yeah! Yes! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Excellent. So let's get this started. This is called the sing down. I need you all to separate yourselves into two sides. All right, let's use this green piece of tape. Let's try to be about even. That looks good. All right, so these are the two teams. Everybody turn in and face each other and come up with a team name in the next 10 seconds. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This team is the Bubbly Spoons. Let's hear it again. This team is 1, 2, 3. Bubbly Spoons. Give it up for the Bubbly Spoons. And this team is Rapscallions. The Rapscallions. Let's hear it louder. 1, 2, 3. Rapscallions. Give it up for the Rapscallions. Yeah. So what you're going to do is each team is going to come up with a song that you can sing together, a song that already exists. You're going to try to sing the chorus of the song, okay? And what you're going to try to do is blow away the other team with your vigor, intensity, and joy, all right? And then you're going to have the whole crowd with you. You're going to sing each song for around about 10 seconds, and then we're going to switch. We're going to keep on going back and forth. So right now, you have 7 seconds to come up with a song. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, Bubbly Spoons, are you ready? Yeah! Rapscallions, are you ready? Yeah! Beloved audience, are you ready? Yeah! Let's get real. Who's going first? Yeah! All right, the Bubbly Spoons, let's hear it. Cool, cheating, but cool. All right, go.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, Beautiful. What you got?
Country road, take me home.
To where?
To the lake.
Where? What happens? What state?
West Virginia.
And who's there?
Mountain Mama.
Excellent. What are you taking?
Take me home.
Oh yes. What kind of way?
Country road.
Fantastic. What you got?
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend.
Help me what?
I'll help you carry on.
Wow.
It won't be long
Until I need what?
till I'm gonna need
Who?
somebody to lean on.
Beautiful. What do you got?
All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Hands up.
Good try. What you got there?
Sweet Caroline.
Yes.
The times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good.
Excellent. What y'all got? You got
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Fantastic. What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold water bothered me anyway.
Fantastic. What you got?
Oh, shoot. It's gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
What you got?
Won't you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down. And messing around is the worst of all. We never tell baby when you say you will. But I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I want from the start. So build me up, Buttercup, don't break my heart. Do you remember the wedding night in September? That was in Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing.
Excellent. Great.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright. Amazing
Thank you so much for making us a part of this night and inviting us into this beautiful, incredible, powerful community. Thank you.
Tonight tonight has been an awesome night. We've put in a lot of time, obviously. If this is your first show, this normally doesn't happen. It is National Improv Day. But when we can team up, and I guess the analogy that we would kind of make here together tonight would be if the Flobots are to music, the Milkmen like to think we are to improv, and we'd like to think that through cynicism that happens in our world, through people who cannot shed their ego, and we like to think we offer an alternative to that, which is to have a community that comes together to help one another and to unite like nights like tonight here, like National Improv Day. So when we had an opportunity to team up with the Flobots, or when I asked the Milkies said, how cool would it be on National Improv Day if we could have a cause come in that feels just as powerfully about community as we do? So, even though money isn't everything, if we can help you out to give you resources to be able to do what you guys need to do, we would love to do that. So, in a history-making night, not only is it probably the longest show, but in a free show where you had to pay nothing to come here tonight, we raised the most money in history. We raised over $2,000. For the year, you have helped multiple organizations so far this year in 7 shows help us raise over $10,000 for groups in our community. And for the Flobots, we would like this to be an annual thing. We'd love for it to be. But every year, we'd like to induct someone into the Hall of Gurch. So for the first time in the last big historic moment, the first ever inductees into our Hall of Gurch. And if you don't know what that term means, it means finding your happiness, finding the thing you're passionate about. So we look up to the Flobots to be able to find our happiness and find our passion. So we cannot say enough thanks to you guys for helping us share our love in our community, and we hope that you can use those resources to share that same love in your community. So thank you. As always, a person who gives us this creative space all the time, I will leave these final words with Mr. C.
Oh, thank you. As we put things in context, I want to take you all back to 2008 when a ragtag group of kids did an improv show in the cafeteria to a crowd of about 17 or so. Also in 2008, I went to my first Flobots concert and saw them in Boston with a much bigger crowd at the Middle East, a sweaty parking garage of a place. But context, everyone, I never thought that at this moment, 10, 11 years later, one dream of improv and a band that I saw for the first time, and I'm like, okay, these guys are legit. 11 years later, they'd be here in this space doing improv and singing. And I just want to tell you all, when you keep your minds open and the possibilities open, and you have a friend like Scott Strange that you hang out with all the time, and he just looks at me and I look at him and say, what next? And then boom, we hang out with the band, and then boom, they're sleeping at his house, and then boom, we're hanging out together, and then boom, his daughter's on the road with them, and then boom, they become part of our lives and become part of our hearts. So if you keep your mind open, your heart open, your spirit open, anything is possible. So what's going to happen to you in 11 years? It starts now. 11 years from now, I hope something sparks something tonight. Because if you said to me, if I looked into Luke's crystal ball, and said, Mr. C, 11 years from now, you're going to be hanging out with the Flobots, doing improv in a space that you can call your room, and your principal is your best friend, I would have been like, the last thing, no way in heck. But man, oh man, what a prediction and what a fulfillment of a dream. Dreams I never even knew I was going to have, right? So again, thank you all for being here. And again, the biggest thank you to Mike Castano, who took a dream kind of mine, just a class, and then said, see, I think I can do more than that. And he certainly has. And 11 years from now, who the hell knows where that's going to be? Because of his leadership and his stewardship. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mike, for being so magnanimous to give me the last word when I'm merely just the man who will do anything in my power to make your path clear to take this to the next level. God bless you.